Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for all of you guys that did the quiz yesterday. Get them graded as soon as I can. Today we're moving on to what's called double angle identities. So there's all these different trig identities. So we've used sum and difference, and today we're using double angle. You'll see that they're listed over here where it's just sine of 2 times angle A, cosine of 2 times angle A, and tangent of 2 times angle A. And there's multiple ways to do the cosine one. You can choose any of which, you'd get the same answer. But whenever we have to kind of just use the identity and find a value like we need to do here, it's going to probably be easiest to use this first one. As we do other types of things, like if we were to do using identities to verify or to solve, then maybe we would have to use one of these two others. But for now, we're just going to use that first one for cosine. So you're going to be given some information like this, where you're told that the sine of angle A is 3/5, and you're told that what quadrant it is. And in this case, we're told that angle A is in quadrant 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle. I'm going to label the three sides. The triangle is going to be in the second quadrant. We know that sine is y over r. So my radius is 5. The y coordinate is 3. The x-coordinate, because this is a Pythagorean triple, we know is 4. It's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. Now, because it's in quadrant 2, the x values in quadrant 2 are negative. The y values are positive. So the signs matter. As you move from different quadrants, make sure you're putting the appropriate sign. The hypotenuse, r here, is always going to be positive. But x and y change depending where you're at. So once we have it labeled, we're now just going to refer to the identity that we're given on the identity sheet here. And we're told that we're going to rewrite this, and we're going to just put, all right, well, 2 times the sine of A times the cosine of A. And as you continue to do this, this step won't be necessary. But for now, if you want to just write it, that's fine. And now what we'll do is we'll replace the values that go in for the sine of A and that go for cosine of A. So we have 2. We've already established, well, we were told that the sine is 3/5, and by us drawing the triangle, we now can easily identify cosine, and cosine is negative 4/5. And lastly, let's just multiply. Let's simplify all this. So I'm going to go straight across. Whenever we're multiplying, just multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and we're going to get 6 times 4, well, negative 4, so it's going to be negative 24 over 25. And that's it. That's your answer. All right, we're going to go over here, and we're going to do the same thing for cosine. Like I said, we're going to have 3 to choose from, but we're just going to choose this first one. So it's going to be cosine. And I think by you just rewriting the identity starting out here, it kind of, it gets you familiar with it. So cosine squared A. Okay, you can hear my daughter screaming in the background. She's excited about her new water cup. We got cosine squared A minus sine squared A. So again, just rewrite it out. Cosine is negative 4/5. We're going to square that. Sine is 3/5. We'll square that. All right, and remember, when you square a fraction, you square both the numerator and the denominator. So negative 4 squared, 5 squared, right? That's how you square the fraction. So it becomes 16 over 25. All right, it's minus 9/25. We got a common denominator already, so no need to find one. We just add or subtract the numerators here, and your answer is 7/25. All right, next one is tangent. So tangent, we're going to use 2 tangent of A, so 2 times whatever the tangent of angle A is, over 1 minus tangent squared A. All right, so refer back to your triangle that you drew. Think about which side is, or which two sides make tangent, and that's going to be y over x. So 2 times whatever tangent of A is, y was 3, x was negative 4. So 2 times negative 3/4 over 1 minus the same tangent, so 3 over negative 4 squared. All right, next step is just going to be to simplify. So we'll multiply the numerator here. We get 6 over negative 4. But I'll just put the negative out front. So negative 6 over 4. Try to do one step at a time in the denominator. Running out of room. So I'm going to kind of come up here, try to simplify that a little for you. If I square this fraction, I know I'm going to get 9. You don't put any more room than that. I'm going to get 9 over 16. And it's going to be a minus. And I'm subtracting, since we're subtracting fractions, we know we have to have a common denominator. So I'm going to make this 1 just 16 over 16. Okay, so by me doing that, I kind of just simplified this whole piece down here in the denominator. Again, I just squared it, made a common denominator. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to get 7 over 16 now. Put that down here. All right, and you know that it probably would be best, instead of thinking of it like this, we can just multiply by the reciprocal instead of worrying about dividing. So make it 16 over 7. We can try to reduce rather than multiplying this out and reducing at the end. We can try to just kind of simplify now, and this can become 4. We can cross that out. That's just a 1, and we got our answer, negative 24 over 7. All right, so again, I just multiplied by the reciprocal. I look to reduce early, right? Reduce as the fractions were about to be multiplied, rather than getting a larger number and have to worry about reducing that. You would have got the same answer, but that kind of helps if you reduce early. And we got negative 24 over 7. Okay. And then finally, if you're ever asked a question like we are here with the fourth one, where it says secant of 2a, well, it would make sense to kind of look at the work you've already done, right? And we've already found cosine, and we know that secant and cosine are reciprocals. So my answer here for number 4 is just simply going to be 25 over 7. Now, had we not already did number 2, if you were, if you were never asked cosine and you were just asked to find secant, what do you think we would have to do? And the answer would be, well, we would just pretend it said cosine. We'd solve just like we did here. And at the end, we would take the reciprocal, just like we did, on previous material where we would solve for secant or cosecant, and then we would we solve for sine or cosine and take the reciprocals in order to get secant or cosecant. And the same would be true if you were asked a question about cotangent. Just use tangent, and at the end, take the reciprocal. All right. So not a lot of work today, guys. I want you to watch this video, and I'm going to attach a worksheet. I've taken these off the worksheet, so I've done the first 4, and I think that leaves numbers 5 through 10 for you to get done by this afternoon. All right. So have a good day, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon.